All right, good afternoon. Go ahead and get started. Oh, you guys ready? I'll wait for you.
I didn't see you walk.
Thought you'd wait long enough. All right, you guys ready? I am Will Glenn, the Public Affairs Manager. We're going to bring up Durham Police Department Chief C.J. Davis to read a written statement. Along behind me also, we have Deputy Chief Rick Pendergrass, have Anthony Scott, the Durham Housing Authority CEO, and also Mr. Charles Lyon, who is the Resident Safety Coordinator. I do want to reiterate, this is preliminary. We're going to give you information that we have. We'll update you all as soon as we have more information to share with you. Chief Davis.
Good afternoon. Chief C.J. Davis of the Durham Police Department. A fatal officer-involved shooting occurred today involving a Durham police officer near Wabash and Dayton Streets in the McDougal Terrace housing community. Based on preliminary investigation, 3 officers in uniform from the Violent Incident Response Team, VIRT, were on patrol in McDougal Terrace in response to an increase in crime in that district. They encountered a man on foot around 12:30 p.m. and stopped to speak with him. During the conversation, the man made a sudden movement toward his waistband and a struggle ensued. During the struggle, the officers heard a gunshot. In response, an officer fired his weapon. The man, whose name is not being released at this time, pending notification of relatives, was pronounced dead at the scene. An officer suffered a leg injury during the incident and was taken to the hospital for treatment. The officer was not shot. A gun, which was not the property of the Durham Police Department, was located next to the body at the scene. The shooting is being investigated by the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigations, which is standard procedure in officer-involved shootings here in Durham. Officers on the VIRT unit focus on gathering intelligence and following up on violent crime incidents. No further details are available at this time. Anyone with information about the incident is asked to contact the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigations at 919-662-4500. More information as it relates to what specific investigator will be handling this case will be provided in the very near future. At this time, are there any questions?
What was the gentleman doing?
I'm sorry, we have a microphone also so we can get those on the air.
Skip Foreman with the Associated Press. What was the gentleman doing that prompted the officers to approach him?
At this particular time, I don't know specifically what he was doing. These officers had been working various violent crime cases, and at that particular time was doing a neighborhood canvass. We have had an uptick, an increase in crime in that particular district, and much of what we have attempted to do is gather intelligence in the community from community members.
Chief Davis, could you elaborate on the leg injury that the officer suffered?
I don't know the extent of the leg injury, but he was transported to the hospital as a result of the struggle that ensued. The officer was not shot in the leg. I think there was some information out there, but the officer was not shot in the leg.
And another question, the city council just approved body cameras last night. You guys are going to get them. Just your comment on that and the fact that, does this increase the need to have those body cameras?
Yes. This does increase the need. The need was already very apparent to us to help provide clarity in situations such as this and just routine patrol calls and investigations.
Colin Warnhex, the Herald Sun. Were the officers in uniform or were they plainclothes officers?
These officers were in uniform.
Kruger with WRAL. And when do you all expect to roll out those body cameras?
Well, we have been anticipating the receipt of the body